Thanks to Harlan Ebony of the beach process. Also, thanks to Glenn Lucas and Lucas Landscaping for their work on the field, and Jeff Marley and his crew for associated with lawn care for mowing.
Welcome to Monroe Memorial Park in Richfield. Tonight it's the Seminoles home opener, and the opponent is the Shadyside Tigers. This is Jeff Stevens, once again along with J.O.A. wife Joe. And welcome to Shadyside Tigers tonight. Tigers in with a record of 1-0. They were a victor last week, 16-13 over the Colorado Redskins. So they're undefeated where they're going. And I guess the key word tonight for the Seminoles is rebound.
Rebound, exactly. And I think after talking with Jay and talking with some of the boys, you know, there's a lot of momentum going into this, a lot of desire, of course. You know, the kids were talking about this the first time in a long time that we've lost the first game of the season. So, and you know, someone made the comment you'd rather lose the first one and win the rest and win 9 and lose that last one. So, you know, there's a lot of season left.
Because we talked last week, you know, we have become quite spoiled, expecting great success and expecting wins every week. But as Coach said Thursday night on the show, we hope that people were tuned in Thursday night to Coach's Corner with Coach Acosta and Lance every Thursday night at 10 o'clock. But, you know, first time since 1989 against Payton City in an opener, and only the 5th time in 27 years as a head coach that Jason Acosta has lost an opener. So, you know, a lot of success on that, and you know, it's not the end of the world. This team will bounce back. I think you'll see quite a bit of improvement in quite a few areas, because it's a hard-working group. I think the major concern tonight could be some illness. You know, we're in the second week of school now. Had time for some germs to get spread around, and have had several kids out of school this week and have missed the practice or been weakened, you know, with some illness, and that's always a concern.
Yeah, always. You know, injuries and illness. And I'll tell you what, Shadyside coming to town, you know, you're going to see number 1 Jason Johnson, a 6-foot, 150-pound junior, you know, to be their new quarterback. The Lewis era is over, and so we'll see somewhat maybe a different Shadyside team this evening. I think possibly what folks want to look for will number 3, Travis Williams, which will be their junior halfback. And we're having some confusion about which end of the field. But I believe by looking the way we're lining up, the Noles will get the ball first. And I always like that. I don't know. That's just a personal touch.
I did not see the signals at the beginning there to know who won the toss, but I'm guessing that probably the Seminoles did win the toss and elected to receive. So we're not real sure on that, but yeah, Seminoles will get the ball first. Kramer, Nippert, and Jones are deep. Kicking off for the Tigers is a foreign exchange student they have. He's number 81, Christian Lunaner.
There you go.
That's what they tell me. So he kicks it off, and it's a good kick, high, deep. Kramer back at his own 10-yard line. He's across the 20, 25, breaks outside the 30-yard line.
And there is Lunaner.
Lunaner gets the opening tackle. So Seminoles will take over first at their own 30-yard line. Number 10, Jason Ludwig, will be the quarterback. Joined in the backfield by 21, Jones, that's Josh Jones, 33, Eric Kramer, and 32, Daniel Ludwig. Receivers will be number 88, Jesse Nippert, tight end number 44, John Shoemaker. We'll get the rest of the line after this play. Slot formation to the left. We'll throw, first down, going deep. Nippert.
Got a man, it's a little long.
Overthrow.
That one will be there.
Quickly, offensive front. Right tackle number 70, Tom Jones. Right guard number 77, Chris Demmerling. The center is number 50, Eric Rose. Number 61, Brad Demmerling gets a start after missing last week's game at the left guard position. And number 68 is Tucker Roberts. Number 85, Justin Friday, replaces Nippert with the play. Same formation, slot left, 2nd and 10. 4-man front for the Tigers. Quick pitch. This is Kramer. He'll get about 5 yards to his right as he goes out of bounds. Number 22,
Hurley. Number 22 is Sean Hurley.
And number 40, Chad Bobeck.
On the front line for Shadyside, their front four, the tackles are number 70, Matt Jarrett, number 67, Jared Zekas. Both are seniors, 6'1", over 200 pounds, 220 and 275. The ends are Bobeck, number 40, and Dan Hall, number 74.
Third down, 5.
Coach and I'll sit down and get this one underway.
Just waiting for that sun to kind of peek down below the trees. Fake to Jones, give the second back Kramer. He'll get a couple yards. Dropped by number 74.
That's Dan Hall, junior, 6 foot, 165 pounds.
So 3 downs and out for the Sentinels. Punting situation. They'll send number 22. That's Hurley deep. Kramer to punt with number 68 Roberts to snap. The head coach of the Shadyside Tigers is John Grinch, assisted by John Kapolka, John Treveri, John Haswell, and Rudy Jovicic. No rush. Kramer's kick is a dandy.
It is a nice one.
Hurley inside his own 20 at the 18. Sidestep a couple guys and go for a third and be driven out of bounds by 25 Bo Weddle after a pretty decent return across the 35-yard line to about the 37.
Because he was standing on the 20-yard line and had to take a step or two back, so this is good position.
About a 45-yard punt by Kramer, but return of near 20 yards by Hurley. So a pretty good field position for the Tigers, and in the past, over the past 4 years, we've looked for Shadyside to throw, but this year, they're going to be more of a run team. The quarterback is number 1, Jason Johnson, but he can throw. He threw 2 passes in the winning touchdown drive late in the game last week. But number 3 is the big man, Williams. And he has the ball, going right. And has nothing. I see Daniel Ledwig, John Cecil.
He's joined in the backfield. His number is number 3. He's joined by Chad Bobeck, the senior fullback, and Charlie O'Donnell, number 21. Should be the other halfback.
I mentioned that one of the people that's been under the weather in the last couple of days is John Cecil. John back at school today and ready to go. And like most of these young men, it's awful hard to get them out of there. That may not always be best, but he's there ready to go. Second down, 9. First back is Bobeck. He has a lot of running room. Hanging on for dear life is 24 Miller. So you got a little bit of help from Shoemaker and Tom Jones. The big gain by Bobeck. First down. Cross midfield.
A big one to bring down, 6'1", 200 pounds. Quick hitter there, and he really got picked up some ground.
Defensively, real quickly for the Seminoles, the nose guard is 50 Rose. The tackles is Jones and Dimmerly. That's Chris Dimmerly and Tom Jones. Cecil and Shoemaker are the ends. Linebackers Josh Jones and Kramer. Secondary Miller, Daniel Ledwig, Justin Friday, Jesse Nippert. Straight team to backfield just across midfield. Fake, second back. That's number 21, O'Donnell. So 3 plays, 3 different ball carriers for the Tigers.
John Cecil on the bottom of the pile, joined by several other black jersey gold.
2 yards to the 47, called second 8. Last thing you want is Shadyside to put together a ball control drive on their first possession and to think that they can run the ball all night. They'll give the second back Williams. He drives hard across the 45 to about the 42-yard line.
Had tacklers at the 45, but he skirted through and picked up valuable yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 2 or 3. 3rd and 3. Still 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this first quarter.
Yeah, it will be a 3rd and 3. And the pass for Shadyside, this would mean probably a passing situation, but they may be set up for a play action pass. We don't fake the run as they get into a little bit of a passing formation with Williams a single back. You got 2 men and Bobeck and O'Donnell. They'll pitch for Williams. John Shoemaker in the backfield to make the play. A loss of 5 yards. John Shoemaker, the game's first big defensive play. Shadyside will be forced to punt, or at least go into a punting formation. They'll change a lot of personnel then for this punt formation. Is they almost 11 new people, and that's a little bit unusual in high school football to change that many people. And they've got everybody out there except for one. They don't have a punter. So Williams comes back. They're facing a delay of game penalty now. Always helps if you have a punter.
I think that is essential.
Good snap, not a lot of rush. It's a high, short kick. Taken by Kramer to 15. He's got a running room across the 30 to 33-yard lines. He sidestepped one tackler, had a lot of green in front of him.
Nice job there. You can see that right on your screen.
Number five, Corey Clark, I believe was on the tackle, and that may have saved an even bigger gain. So that's almost 20-yard pickup as they put Kramer out to the 34-yard line.
Second possession here at 7:33 remaining in the first quarter. Sun going down quickly, Coach.
And it'll cool down a little bit here, but it'll be a beautiful night for football. A lot of size on the Shadyside defensive front here. We'll see what happens as Jones gets his first carry. He'll fall across the 37, pickup of about 3 yards. And not a lot of running room last week for Josh Jones. Williams among the tacklers. Second down, 7. Again, Justin Friday, Jesse Nippert alternating with the plays offensively. Straight T backfield. Both ends are tight. Fumble the football.
Ball's loose.
There's an exchange. Looks like Shadyside.
Ball popped loose there as on the exchange.
Number 70, Matt Jarrett, 6'1", 220-pound senior, makes the recovery. And just, there's a problem there on the exchange. I'm not sure if it was a fake or a handoff, but, Ludwig and Kramer bumping together there. The ball went flying up in the air, and Jarrett of the Tigers on it. So Shadyside gets the game's first big break. They'll go 1st and 10 now from the Monroe Central 35-yard line.
Another case putting your defense with their back against the wall.
Good fake. Cecil have a hand on him, have another hand on him. Intended for Boback. Knocked down Daniel Ludwig defending.
Very nice pressure by John Cecil coming through. Almost with a sack. Ball off the shoulder of Boback.
And it's really kind of a surprise that he was able to get that much on the throw because John Cecil hit him just as he was trying to throw. And it looked like possibly could have been a catchable ball, but Daniel Ludwig was right there on Boback. Second down, 10. That's the first passing attempt we've seen Shadyside try tonight. Have a stacked eye. They'll give it to Williams. He'll bounce it outside. Have running room. He'll stiff arm one man and get his first down inside the 25. Daniel Ludwig makes the stop, but he looks like put a stiff arm on Ben Miller. They got some extra yardage. So Shadyside in business now at the 23-yard line.
Mr. Williams living up to his reputation. He should have been stopped there about the 28-yard line, bouncing off and picking up a big first down.
I believe last week against Caldwell, he carried the ball 28 times, had 158 yards. So he's going to carry the ball a lot.
You're going to read his number a lot.
So now defense called upon once more to make a play. First down, Shadyside at the 23-yard line.
Quick hitter.
First back, the ball's loose. It looked like the quarterback, Johnson, able to get on it.
Jason Johnson coming up with the ball.
Loss back to the 28-yard line.
Second and 14 they're called.
I didn't see who the ball carrier was, but it was the up back.
The up back.
May have been Boback. Possibly Boback. They're in pretty much a straight T formation, something we've seen out of Monroe Central quite a bit. They'll toss. Williams trying to get outside, and Shoemaker had a hand on him, but not able to bring him down. Jones, it's Josh Jones and Tom Jones on the top at the stop at the 21-yard line. And something we can see right away here is with number 3, Travis Williams. When you hit him, you better wrap up. He's a junior, 5'10", 185, and some people may not remember this, but last year when we played at Shadyside, he did not play. He was serving the second game of a 2-game school-imposed suspension and did not play down there. I remember him having a pretty good game up here 2 years ago as a freshman. Again, stacked eye, 3 players in the eye. They'll try to get that extra blocker in there. They'll fake the bow back.
Williams bounce it out, and
this time, no go. John Cecil doing a good job staying home and getting some assists from Daniel Ludwig and Chris Dimmerly. 4th down and about 6. The ball just at the 20-yard line. It looks like the Tigers have made a decision to go for it. If you look over on the far side there, it looks like probably our old buddy Coach Kapolka doing most of the play calling over there. They'll have a twins formation to the right. Quarterback Johnson wants to throw. Steps up, has some running room. He breaks a tackle inside the 15 to 14. He is very close, and he may have it. And not a real good job of tackling, and that may have given Shadyside a first down on that 4th down play. Head referee Doug Costain looks at it. He's going to bring the chains across the field.
They have got a pretty good marking here.
I hate to say this from here, but it looks like he may have it. They'll bring the chains across. We'll zero in. Roger says length of the football. Maybe closer to half a length, but it's first down nonetheless, and a big 4th down conversion.
4th down conversion there. First down ball on the 14-yard line.
But simply in this early going here, this drive especially being helped by just some poor tackling. 4:03 on the clock.
O'Donnell, Bobeck, and Travis Williams, I formation behind their quarterback Johnson.
Bobeck, the fullback.
Somebody had a hand, I believe John Cecil possibly with a hand on his ankle as he went through.
They're going to mark him just shy of the 10-yard line. Second down, 7.
Second down.
Instruction from the sideline. Watching for the rollout pass to the wide side of the field.
Got number 22, Sean Hurley, wide out to the left.
They'll give to Williams on the sweep. There's nobody over there. And he's going to be inside the 5 to the 3-yard line and may have another first down.
Awfully close. That final surge when he put the ball forward there, he may have picked it up.
Well, he maybe didn't get as good a spot there.
Yeah, he's last time they gave him a pretty good spot this time.
He's just short. 3rd down and less than a yard. The ball closer to the 4-yard line. But Williams turned the corner there and had nothing but green grass out in front. Coach Jason Costa and his assistants Pat Singleton, Dave Sherman, Chuck Briggs, Bill Fox, Greg Shoemaker, Matt Singleton, and Mark Withrow. And that's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
They're trying to figure out a way to stop this Shadyside ground game. Williams, no surprise, he's short of the goal line but has his first down. So Travis Williams, we thought we'd see a lot of him, and we sure have.
Certainly have so far.
And with the exception of one play, it's all been positive yardage. 2-yard line. Timeout, Monroe Central.
Yeah, this is a big play with 2:42. With the timeout here, Coach, let's take a quick timeout and we'll re-white and maybe get a little better picture. Coach, we're back. Hopefully look a little brighter. We can see this play. That's good defensive play here. The big goal line stands for the Knowles.
Number 60, Darren Grubb, checked in that last time out. They'll give to Williams. He's up and over and in. And from that close, I'd say Mr. Williams is going to be a hard man to stop. He got up and over the pile. So Shadyside draws first blood with 2:38 remaining in the first period. And we'll get number 81, Lunahair.
You notice I haven't even tried to say that name yet.
I was advised by others that that was at least close to proper.
Christian Lunahair, 6 foot 200 pounds, senior.
Shadyside will spend a
Shadyside
timeout.
will take a timeout. Well, Coach, I'd say Shadyside came to town to play. You know, I'm sure, as Lance was saying on the show last night with Coach Jay, I'm sure Shadyside coming in feels this is the year for a little revenge, you know.
Even though they lost a lot of people, there's still some veterans down there on the field. Their biggest concern was the play of their new quarterback, and he's been steady through the first game and almost a quarter. Made a couple of big plays last week. I know if you didn't hear Coach Acosta talk last night, you know, Caldwell basically outplayed Shadyside until the final couple of minutes of the game. Took an intentional safety so they would not get a punt blocked, and their punter then shanked a punt that went 8 or 9 yards and set Shadyside up, and they took advantage of that and scored in the last couple of moments of the game to win. So they come in with a lot of confidence anytime you win a game like that.
Exactly.
And
they've done real well here in this first going. You know, we're at 2:38, and they've done really well moving the ball.
Mr. Do-It-All Travis Williams will snap. I can't see the number of the holder.
Low snap.
But he does a good job getting a low snap down.
And it's good.
That's number 22, Hurley, the holder, who did a great job getting that snap down. So 2:38 remaining, first period. Shadyside 7, Monroe Central nothing.
So we might find something that maybe Mr. Williams can't do so well. You know, he can't do the long snaps well.
Well, let's hope he does not get another opportunity to short snap the rest of the night.
I tell you, it's a beautiful evening for football. It's going to be cooled down, but you know, Knowles just need to settle in. You know, as you were saying earlier, you know, we missed several tackles. You know, Williams is a very elusive runner, and you look at Bobeck. Bobeck is as big a kid as you're going to try to tackle at fullback, 200 pounds, 6'1".
Monroe Central with only 2 possessions so far, and one of those 1 play and a fumble. So, you know, there's still 2.5 minutes remaining in period number 1. You know, there's lots of football to be played. Just because you go down by 7 points, you know, we were down twice last week and came back and took leads both times. Kramer in the middle, Nippert on the far side, Josh Jones on the near side. Kick not quite as deep. Kramer at the 13-yard line. 25, 30, 34-yard line. He's going to fall forward about the 35. He's tackled by just about everybody on the Shadyside kick cover team. So not bad. You get back out to the 35-yard line. 35 just across the 35. About a 23-yard return by Kramer. But, you know, Shadyside taking advantage of a turnover.
Yeah. 2:30 here left in the first quarter. Need to get something going. Quarterback Ludwig.
We have a wing formation, a power wing. Jones tries to get outside. Tripped up. Nice tackle. Number 22, Hurley.
Sean Hurley, a senior, 6'3", 180.
And that may have been a case there where Josh may have tried to get outside a little bit more than necessary. Maybe should have tried to drive it right up inside and get a couple more yards. But that's a hard habit to break. You see what you think's running room outside, and you have the speed that Josh Jones has, you want to try to break the big play. But that play is not designed to bounce out that far.
Yeah, the angle just wasn't good for him.
I formation now, slot to the left. Kramer.
Quick hit up the middle. Not much.
Not much.
Couple yards, possibly.
Big number 67, Jared Zekas, 6 foot, 275 pound senior. Third and 7. We're still looking for the first down of the evening. This time slot to the narrow side of the field, short side, which is the right. Backs once again in the eye. Third and 7. Ludwig drops. He wants to throw. Going down the middle for Nippert.
Oh, just off the
A
finger.
little bit high. Nippert had his hands on it, not able to make the play. I thought a good job by Ludwig staying in there after the initial pressure and looking for his receivers and not panicking.
And I don't know if it was on the screen or not, but Nippert ran into a player here right in front of us about the 46-yard line. Maybe held him up just slightly. But the ball was just within reach.
The passing game is so much timing.
Yes.
And that, just anything like that throws the timing off. So from Kramer, kicks. And it's over everybody's head. It's going to hit at the 16, and it's going to roll and roll. Williams will pick it up at the 6.
We'll have a clip, I believe, but still on his feet.
He's out near the 20. And I do not see
Wells, 75, and
so what may have appeared to be a questionable decision by Williams to pick it up works out, well, because the ball was not going to go in the end zone. He gets out to the 19-yard line, and you say, you said clip, and no flag went down, and that's one thing that is a little different to last week. There's more than the share of penalty flags thrown last week, and we played almost the whole first quarter without one tonight.
50 seconds remaining, 7-0, Tigers on top.
You got to give a lot of credit to the Shadyside defense, forcing 2 punts and a fumble and 3 defensive possessions.
Handoff, Bobeck. He picks up 3 yards, possibly maybe 4.
Tom Jones on the tackle. Kramer also, I believe, had a hand in it.
Looks like it's a 22-yard line.
Yeah, I was like closer to the 22-yard line. Second down, we'll call it 7. If this is a running play, it could very well be the final play of the first period.
And it is
number 21. That's O'Donnell.
He picks up a couple. He's going to make it almost to the 25-yard line, or right at the 25-yard line. Charlie O'Donnell is a junior, 5'8", 145 pounds.
So that'll set up a 3rd and 4 situation for Shadyside when we come back. We've played a full period, 7-0 Shadyside.
A good football team works together, helping each other to do their best.
A good insurance company works together too, showing you the best coverage for you and your family.
A winning football team shares the glory. The running back needs those blockers to make that long run to the end zone.
A winning insurance agency represents several companies, so you have personally designed coverage to take you wherever you need to go.
The Monroe Central Seminoles have a winning tradition.
And FW Shoemaker has a winning tradition of service, integrity, and customer satisfaction.
2 local traditions that keep on going.
As time passes, your needs change. Woodsfield Savings & Loan has changed to meet those needs. At the Woodsfield Savings Bank, we know your schedule requires a drive-through and night deposit box. You want convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. At our new location on State Route 78, we want to meet your needs for a home mortgage, car loan, checking, and savings account. Our name and location have changed, but we're still here to serve our community and to help you to grow. The Woodsfield Savings Bank.
But Dale, just watching during the break there at the quarter, one thing that I miss when we go on the road is most of the time we're in the press box or near the press box and we're on the home side of the field and not near our sideline. I like to be able to kind of watch our sideline and maybe pick up a thing or two during the timeouts and during the breaks. So I'm kind of glad to be back home even on top of this old rickety press box. Where I can see what's going on the sidelines.
Exactly. And it's not that bad. After last week, we feel pretty good. They were real nice last week, but the facilities weren't the greatest. Handoff. Whoa, big hit.
Back. Darren Grubb, number 60. Demmerling also, Chris Demmerling. There. And as I was starting to say, just before that ball was snapped, now stop him here, 25-yard line, force him to punt, and maybe get decent field position. So Darren Grubb, Chris Demmerling in on that defensive play, Nippert and Kramer deep, and that's about their own 42-yard line.
May get this ball in good position here.
Bobeck to punt, and it's short. It'll hit and bounce. Kramer backtrack to his own 37. Tries to get outside, has no help. Gets to almost the 40-yard line. And that was Bobeck that time, the punter. And I believe that was the time before was Williams.
Yeah, Luna here, number 81 on the stop.
So we'll have to force Shadyside to punt again so we can see who their punter really is, since they've used two different people in two punting attempts. 40-yard line, good field position, Monroe Central. But no first downs yet by the Seminole offense.
Quick hit.
Daniel Ludwig.
He picks up possibly 2.
Better than 10 yards of carry by Daniel last week in 3 carries. He'll have close to 3 yards on that play.
Jarrett and Zekas on the stop up that middle.
And as we've said before, and we'll probably say again, that's a lot of size right there. Zekas number 67 and Jarrett number 70 as the 2 tackles in the 4-man front. And you've got a couple of good linebackers in there also.
Almost 500 pounds there. 220 and 275.
Ludwig wants to throw. He's got Shoemaker. Caught, 50-yard line.
Nice move
Sidestep a couple guys. Throwing speed, 45, 40, out of bounds. John Shoemaker. And there's your first down. Now just looking out there, I can't see real well because it's not really dark enough yet. The orange numbers on those Tiger jerseys don't stand out real well. It looks like maybe a couple changes defensively for Shadyside. I don't see Williams in at the moment.
No, I think they've taken him out.
If somebody can help me out there and see who those linebackers are.
34 is Adam Hartley at linebacker position. I believe number 30 is Glasser.
And we've got a lot of movement
here.
And by the movement there, that was going to be a quick toss to the wide side, but somebody went a little quick, and there's your first penalty.
A little quicker than you wanted, as the penalty will step us back here at 5 yards.
And there's movement by a couple people there. '77, is that one of the linebackers in there? Paul Hubel, number 77, a senior, is one of the inside linebackers. Sweep, Kramer. Head down, tries to get back up. He'll have maybe 3 of the 5 yards lost on that penalty back.
77.
Yeah. P-U-B-A-L. Hubel. Hubel.
Might be Hebel. E-L, I don't know.
He's the one linebacker.
Number 77, he's a senior, 5'9", 210 pounds. Pretty good size individual.
Hurley, number 22, I believe, is the other inside linebacker.
Pass.
Screen play. Jones. They'll break a tackle, but you get only about back to the line of scrimmage.
22 Hurley, I believe, was the first man up to slow him, and the tackle, number 40 Bobeck.
So 3rd down and
long.
11.
We had a lot of blockers out there, but it just seemed to break up. Went nowhere. Nippert back in. The last time in this situation, the pass was just off of Nippert's hands. See if we come back with that same play.
We get people all over the place. Ludwig will be in the shotgun. We have trips to the right, twins to the left. Motion. Kramer comes to this side. We get the flag. And we get line of scrimmage on each side. The gentleman threw a flag. And that's an offside penalty against Shadyside. Somebody in the neutral zone. So that would now put you into a 3rd and 6 situation. Still 3rd and long, but 6 is better than 11.
See if we come back with the same formation, the same play call here with 6 yards instead of 11.
And if you do not pick up the first down on this play, you may be very tempted to go for it on 4th down.
In this position, yes.
For this spot on the field. But that remains to be seen on how much yardage you pick up here. Ludwig wants to throw. He's got some pressure. He'll step up. He's got running room up the middle. He'll now throw over to Kramer. He'll break a tackle. 35, 30. It's inside the 25-yard line, out of bounds, and that's a great job right there, because the first thing I looked at was to see if Jason was across the line of scrimmage. He was not, and the second thing you look at, was there any linemen downfield? And it was not.
They were not.
So that's a good job of
Beautiful
picking
job.
up a secondary or maybe a third or fourth receiver.
And the second or maybe the third time this evening that Jason has stood in that pocket with a lot of pressure, stepped up, that time stepped up and really made something happen.
Well, that time, he may have thought he could run for the first down, but recognized that he couldn't and threw that ball very quickly out to Kramer. Second back, Kramer. He'll try to bounce outside, not much.
Nothing there.
21-yard line.
Sean Hurley quickly, and
By number 83. By 23. Herbal.
we have an E squad across. No one on the field.
Pickup of a yard on the play. Second down, 9.
Okay, second down, about 2 yards by Kramer on that first down carry. Put the ball just shy of the 21-yard line. Kramer in motion left. Ludwig sidesteps a couple people, will slip down. That's a bad break.
Trying to buy a little time, seeing Bobeck along with Jared.
But again, there's not real good pass protection there. You got to keep people out of there. And Jason really not time to look at what was going on. So they'll bring up third down and about 20. Last scrimmage at the 34-yard line and need almost to the 13, so closer to 21. Ludwig to throw. He's got pressure across the middle for Shoemaker. Had his hands on it. Couldn't hold on to it. It could have been deflected by number 62, Travis Beckett. May have gotten a hand on that ball.
Travis Beckett, a junior, 6'2", 170 pounds.
So now 4th and 20. We'll see what the decision is here, but it looks like with 20 yards to go that really not much decision to make, as the Seminoles will punt the ball away and try to go to a corner and put Shadyside deep in their own territory. This is where I see Eric take the side, and a little confusion there, 10 on the field. A delay game penalty may not hurt here. And Shoemaker becomes the 11th guy. They'll shift out of that. The snap's low. Kramer picks it up. He's throwing it deep downfield. And that's a smart move down there by number 1, Jason Johnson. The idea is maybe they will think that's a punt and maybe intercept it down there. You take a chance. That brings the ball back up to the 34-yard line. But you throw it up in the air, maybe the deep man won't see what's going on there, and your wide receivers, Friday or Nipper, can out-jump somebody and get it. It's not a bad play.
Not at all. And you're still,
I'm sure some people are sitting around here thinking, boy, that's a bad play because it didn't work. But it's not a bad play at all. 6:12 remaining, second period. Seminoles with a lot of people up tight. 9 men up within 3 yards of the ball. Bobeck will get it, and a lot of those 9 people all over him up to a short pickup. And just looking out there, we see number 5, Corey Clark, a sophomore, now tailback. And it appears from here that Travis Williams may be the young man who is currently receiving attention from the emergency squad over on the Shadyside side of the field. Okay, and the young man over at pads and jersey off, so it appears that Williams, is at least at this time is unable to play. We'll see. We'll see what happens as the game goes on, and we hope it's not serious.
Bobeck.
And that's going to change things a lot. Bobeck's going to get a lot of carries, and he's also going to get a lot of attention.
Yeah, he ran into his own guy there. But still, it took most of the black jerseys individual to bring him down.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Chad Bobeck, 6'1", 200-pound young man. And
quite a load.
You're going to have to hit him pretty hard. And if A lot of people around here know that, but that is a nephew of Coach Singleton. Coach Singleton's wife is originally from Shadyside. She was a Boback, and her brother's boy is number 40, Chad Boback. And we get a flag down, and a lot of guys coming up to stuff that play right there. Number 21, O'Donnell, was the ball carrier. And that's a holding penalty against Shadyside, and I would say that will be declined. And that was an easy call from here. So we assume that Boback will be in punt formation again, which explains why it was probably Boback the second time and not Williams. We'll try at halftime to see if we can't find out exactly what happened.
I didn't see anything happen to Williams, or didn't notice it. Of course, injuries can happen so quickly.
So again, a lot of people changing positions there as Shadyside puts a lot of new bodies out for their punt team. It's a good snap, and it's a high kick, and Kramer at his own 26. He's got some running rooms outside. There's a great block by Chris Demmerling. They're getting some more yards. He runs out of room, is out of bounds at the 43-yard line. But I think you probably could see that on the screen right there. Chris Demmerling just put a guy right out of the play. A good job by Chris.
7-0 at 4:27. But we have possession, and pretty good position again. Second time.
4 minutes, 27 seconds remaining second period in what has been a rather quick first half of play. The Seminoles with a limited amount of offense, but they did move the ball a little bit last time, but a slip by Jason Ludwig on a pass play kind of hurt there. Ludwig wants to throw it again. He's going out here wide open. He's got first down. He's still on his feet. He's still on his feet. Inside the 35 to 33-yard line.
Beautiful job by Jesse Nippert. What a set of hands. He did a good job catching that ball and turning. Very elusive runner for a young man.
And Jesse kind of got tangled up there, I think, with Daniel Ludwig. Daniel was trying to block and get out of the way. And everywhere Daniel went, Jesse went the same way.
Jesse's 6 foot, 155 pounds, only a sophomore. We'll hear a lot more of Jesse.
I feel that this team this year has as many different weapons, and a lot of speed. There's some game breakers out there. We can score from anywhere on the field at any time. And Kramer with a straight dive. He's down near the 26-yard line.
Picking up possibly 8.
That places him back near the 27-yard line. That's called 7, second down 3.
But a nice quick hit up the middle. Good blocking in front of him.
One of the first times tonight, I believe, that we have seen 2 plays in a row that have gained good yardage. Second down 3. You can do a lot of things from here. They'll give him a little delay to Jones.
First down.
That's Josh Jones. He'll have his first down to the 23-yard line.
Friday will come in with the play. And we do have a Shadyside player going out on the stretcher.
Well, under any conditions, you hate to see something such as that happen, to anyone on either team. And we'll see if we can find out exactly what did happen. It looks like they may have a neck collar on him, so it appears that maybe he was sitting up. So we'll see what happens. Ludwig wants to throw across the middle. Tries for Ludwig. Daniel. Ball was just a little underthrown. Jason forced to throw off his back foot a little bit under some pretty good pressure.
Still delivered a pretty nice ball, though.
So second down 10.
Of Brother Jason.
3:01 on the clock. So still a lot of time. Seminoles with 2 timeouts remaining.
Daniel Ludwig almost coming up with a big play there. But we're still second and 10, 3 minutes left in this half.
Ludwig make it in motion to the right. Kramer on the dive, inside the 20. Still on his feet near the 17. Bring up third and about 4. 62 Beckett and 81. There's that name again.
Lunahair. Got it. We'll find out tomorrow that's totally wrong. But
we got a stoppage in play. and Shadyside will spend their second time out of the half. That coming to 2:35 on the clock.
When you go to all the expense of building a new house or remodeling a room, why stop short when it comes to the walls? For the finish you want in your home or business, call an expert, Bill Pardon Drywall. Call today for a free estimate on small jobs or an entire house. Bill will hang, finish, and even texture your drywall if you'd like. For a distinguished look, he'll do a textured or an antique ceiling. Call Bill today and have the expert look you want on your walls.
These days, it seems like everyone is looking for a bargain. You can spend a lot of time shopping for high quality and low prices, even for gasoline. Redhead in Woodsfield has 100% pure gasoline at low prices. While you're there, save on car care products, including oil, fluids, additives, and more. Soft drinks are discounted every day at the Redhead. Stock up on your favorite pop and snacks. Even Fido gets a break with Champion dog food at big savings. So stop at the Redhead today and save.
7-0 Shadyside with 2:35 remaining in the first half. Seminoles 3rd and 5, threatening at the Shadyside 17-yard line. Ludwig wants to throw. Under some pressure, throws back here to Kramer. Sidesteps one man, and the coaching staff wanting a face mask call, no call at all. And the officials saying they had him by the shoulder pad or by the jersey. That's going to lose a couple of, and Coach Acosta not at all happy, but I'd like to look at that at a later time. But it looked like that head was pulled around. So 4th down as the play will lose a couple yards. It's going to be 4th down back at the 20. The play is out of bounds, 2:26 on the clock. It'll be near 4th and 7. I think the Seminoles are going to spend a timeout.
4th and 7 after a, don't know whether we have a good shot of that or not, but it sure looked from here like the head jerked around.
And
Ball to,
I realize we don't have the best of angles, and we can look at this later and later as Coach, I think after the game last week, Coach wasn't nearly upset about the play with Derek Caesar, throwing the one pass when he was going down, but after you looked at the film a couple of times, there was no question he was down. The play should have been dead.
Yeah.
So,
but then there was a questionable play right before that when,
a lot of things
one of our
happen.
guys went over top and possibly there was interference. But, those things happen in a ball game.
And you have to overcome those things. You can't, those are excuses. Anybody can make an excuse. It would have been nice to have, but now 4th down and about 7 with the ball on the 20-yard line. You have to get the yardage. That's all there is to it, or you're going to go in at halftime trailing by 7 points. I guess that's one of those cases we talked about, boy, not a lot of flags, and, it's always good to keep the game moving, but at times a lack of flags isn't good.
That's right.
So,
certainly fired up the Knowles on the sidelines. Let's see if we can pick it up here.
Offense back on the field after talking with Coach Acosta and staff for this 4th down play, and 7, nose of the football just on the 20-yard line. Back to Kramer. Ludwig to keep. Tries to get outside and stepped out of bounds just before throwing the ball. And not a lot of room over there. It looked like maybe he could turn the corner, but there was a defender right there.
I believe he made a good choice. He stopped, saw a man open, 2 men actually down, and was going to stop, but foot just carried him out of bounds right on the line.
And from here he was out of bounds. The ball was incomplete anyway. You see head referee Doug Costain over the sideline reminding Coach Acosta exactly where the coaching box is and where the 30-yard line is, but I'm sure that the officials have not heard the last of that play. A lot of times the guy you want to talk to is always on the other side of the field. That's the benefit tonight, and maybe the man you want to talk to is right there. So you're going to have a chance to visit with him at different times.
You can visit with him all night.
This is Boback, and we'll see a lot of him the remainder of the night, and not much running room there. He'll have 3 yards. I see Grubb,
Cecil,
Kramer. Also getting up is Demerling.
Timberling.
And Ben Miller may have been in on that pile also. Shadyside will be content, I would say, with one timeout left just to let things run here and be very happy.
3 yards. 3 yards of carry. You know, they've been in good shape. Just go in and think about it at halftime.
Monroe Central with only one timeout remaining.
I'm sure the Shadyside does not want to relinquish this ball at this point. 1:40 and going in at half, 7-0. Quick hit again. I believe that's Boback
again.
Couple yards that time.
Stopped by the middle of the line. And Monroe Central will spend their final timeout with 1:25 on the clock. And here you can force a punting situation and maybe have one crack to either go for a block or maybe set up a return. Shadyside will run this and let the clock run. Seminole should have 30, 40 seconds left.
Should have,
when
yes.
they get the ball, so we'll see what happens.
But you've got to come up with a good defensive play too, because you're 3rd and 3, and Boback's been averaging 3+ yards, so it's not automatic.
Yeah, he's picked up 7 yards on his first 2 carries. Again, 1:25 left. We'll have the band show for you at halftime. I guess the home debut of Mrs. Turner and
her band, yes. Pretty nice crowd, Coach, for the opener. Shadyside's got a pretty nice crowd over there. It's I guess it is. You can call it local. It's not that far away, and it's always a big rivalry.
It's not a
lot
bad
of connections.
And you look down at these, at the sideline to the right, a lot of people standing in the end zone, and the hillside is completely covered. 3rd and 3 for the Tigers after the timeout. They'll send Boback.
Nothing.
He'll be stopped. There are a lot of people in the middle, and now it's just a matter of getting everybody up. And we'll get a stoppage in play. We'll see what this is all about. And if you're on the Shadyside side of the field, you can't be happy about that. But looks like 8 different people coming in for the Tigers on their punt team. And what you think, take advantage of that, maybe some younger kids in there, maybe to go for the block, or you take a chance here and set up a return. Nippert and Kramer deep. They're going to be around their own 40-yard line. Looks like a return is going to be set up. And letting the clock run down, and Boback just turns, and he's watching the clock. We're not going to see a snap. And we'll finally see a flag. I heard a whistle but saw no flag, and it comes in now. So 41 seconds left. Shadyside takes the delay of game penalty. You're using as much time as possible. Josh Jones over talking with Coach Greg Shoemaker. Coach Shoemaker has taken over the special teams this year as far as making sure everybody's on the field and working with those individuals. And now Shadyside will spend a timeout, and that is their final timeout of the half. I see Coach Grinch out to talk with his punt team, and I'm sure he's going to talk about the chances of a block and make sure you do your job and don't let anybody through.
Your lucky number program is 98, 125, 06, 71.
It's a beautiful, beautiful evening, Coach. I believe we'll try to see it. Hopefully you can see the moon over top of the lights. Beautiful skyline. And there's the moon. You can't beat it. We're here on top.
You may want to save that shot for later on.
When the snow is covering it. But this is a beautiful setting, looking out at the skyline and the moon up, and a nice evening for football to set. I'm sure the gentlemen down there are still quite warm, but that will change.
41 seconds remaining. Both teams out of timeouts. Again, 7 men up tight for the Seminoles. Nippert and Kramer are deep with Daniel Ludwig and Miller. And he'll get it away. And Kramer will catch it at his own 39-yard line. Try to get outside. 50, 45, 40-yard line, pulled down on the Shadyside out of bounds area. Looks like they'll put him on the 39-yard line, 26 seconds. No timeouts remaining. Not a lot of time, but
Lots can happen in 26 seconds.
pick up a little bit here and then be able to throw the ball into the end zone possibly. Position on the field where you can afford to take a little bit of a chance and go downfield. We'll have the pro formation. Nippert and Friday both in. Ludwig drops straight back. He's going deep. Nippert incomplete.
Ball knocked down by behind Hurley, I believe.
Number 22, Hurley, was the defender, and there's 20 seconds remaining. Play in from the sideline. There's Friday. Went in, he was on the field, got the play and went back onto the field with no substitution made. Jason Ludwig again to throw. Flag down.
Flag.
Intended for Shoemaker.
Both sides, it was
Off his hands. 14 seconds on the clock. And again, the officials on both sides making the call. It's declined, third down. Daniel Ludwig in, 3rd and 10. And even if Shoemaker had made the catch, very little running room. There were 3 Tigers closing in very rapidly. 14 seconds. Nippert wide to the left side. Ludwig in the slot. Jason steps up, throwing deep down the middle, going for Daniel. Tipped and incomplete. Number 1, Jason Johnson, the quarterback of the Tigers, had a hand on the ball off his hands. And
still 7 seconds.
You hope for a moment there that the ball would hold up for a second. Daniel would be able to make the play. 7 seconds, 4th down. Time to go down deep one more time and hope for a penalty or a tipped ball or something. We saw a tipped ball go for a touchdown last week, although not from this far out on the field.
No, but Jesse Nippert coming out.
Friday will be the wide out to the far side with Daniel Ludwig in the slot. Shoemaker, the tight end, on the left. Kramer and Josh Jones behind Jason Ludwig. They'll throw the pitch. Kramer sidesteps, keeps on his feet, gets near the 32-yard line, and it's halftime. A lot of enthusiasm on the far side of the field, and maybe a little bit of shock on this near side as we've reached halftime. Shadyside 7, Monroe Central nothing.
Woodsville Ashland sells pure gasoline, diesel fuel, and kerosene. And they're pure Seminole fans. Join these Woodsville Ashland fans in their newly expanded dining room for a fabulous lunch, supper, or snack. Try some hot pizza, delicious Caesar sandwiches, onion rings, or cheese sticks. Top it all off with Kirk's homemade ice cream or Southern Snow in lots of flavors. The Hoffs invite you to follow the Seminoles throughout the football season and follow the Noles year-round into the Ashland for great food and snacks. No matter what the occasion, Jackson's Newsstand has something to fill your needs with balloons, Marion Heath quality cards at reasonable prices, and gifts of all kinds. Pick up some treats like Brock's delicious candies in the case, or staples like sundries, batteries, car care products, and school supplies. Buy a bestseller or choose from hundreds of magazines, even comic books. Rent the latest video release or Sega and Nintendo games. Buy the newest CD or cassette. Services at Jackson's include Travelers Express Money Orders, UPS Pickup, and Western Union, the only one in the county. Come and see what you're missing at Jackson's Newsstand, open 7 days, 8 to 10.
Period number 3 about to get underway. Shadyside should go on the offense first. We might mention that, we're told at halftime there that the injured Shadyside player was Travis Williams, their big running back, number 3, linebacker on defense, and he did go to the hospital in the E squad to Wheeling Park, and they felt that he probably had a concussion. Now, exactly what happened, we don't know, but said he had a headache, and they thought he had a slight concussion. It was nauseous, and so he will not be around for the second half, and you hate to see that happen to anybody at any time. So now, I was back by the field house at halftime. I did not hear any windows vibrating, any walls shaking.
I think it's just a matter of getting back and just doing the little things. Just
that's
do what you know how to do.
Yeah, and I'm not saying there wasn't some very pointed discussions going on in there, but offensively, the offensive line has to do a better job. And the running backs have to do a better job to help set up the passing game. Jason needs us to drop back there and relax a little bit, and let things go. This is only a 7-0 ball game, and some adjustments I'm sure were made, because of the absence of Travis Williams now from the Shadyside, both offensively and defensively, the second half. And you hate to see anything like that happen, but injuries are part of the game.
They are.
Now you have to, Shadyside has to overcome that, and Monroe Central.
And you see how they adjusted. At the end of the halftime, Bobek had the ball constantly. So we'll see if they made any adjustments. O'Donnell in the backfield, haven't seen him carry much, but we'll see what happens.
Deep for Shadyside, O'Donnell and Hurley, and number 33 Kramer will kick off. First chance to look at this tonight. Kramer's kicks away. It'll hit at the 30, bounce, and still bounce back to 15, and he's down. And official Doug Costain right on top of that call as he marks the man down at the 17-yard line.
We were just speaking about, and the ball took a bounce, and 21 picked it up and dropped to his knee.
So here's what you need now. Shadyside back deep in their own territory. Defense can step up here and force Shadyside to give the ball up. Give your offense a chance at good field position. So 1st and 10, Shadyside, 17-yard line.
Got Channel 7 in, Channel 9 down there. Dave Holly from Bellsville came in for Channel 7 on the sideline. Said he just got back from the Bellsville game.
And what was the score of that massacre?
Bellsville is up at this point, 1 touchdown. I think 7-0. Offside kick, 8-0.
I'll check my newspaper on Saturday morning, but I'm saying at least 40-point difference in that one. First down carry out near the 20-yard line. 2nd down and 7. We'll see what kind of changes the Tigers goes. They'll go with an extra blocker, looks like on the right side. A little bit of an unbalanced formation. And O'Donnell, again, 20-yard line.
Really quick.
Looked like it could have been a motion penalty on that play as the lineman kind of went down in segments, and the left offensive end appeared to not be set for a full second before the snap, but no flag. Another yard to the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 6.
Rose and Dimmerling stuffing a hole on that side.
3rd down, 6. But O'Donnell and Boback are the 2 backs behind the quarterback Johnson. Everybody's in tight. He wants to throw. He's got some pressure. Johnny's outside. He's down.
I believe the first man to him.
Number 7, Tom Jones, was the first man there, assisted by Eric Rose. Number 50.
Tom Jones showing good speed, getting across. 4th down and long.
Put the ball at the 15-yard line, 4th and 12.
See what happens here. Chance for a big break right here.
That's what you needed. Boback in punt formation. The snap is good. There is no pressure. The kick is a line drive. Nippert at the 46. trying to get to the right side. Here's the 40. Got a hold. Running, breaks a tackle. 25, 20, 15. See in the end zone. Jesse Nippert. Touchdown. We have a flag on the play. Back at the line of scrimmage, we have a flag. So hold on. This was thrown very early. It's back near the line of scrimmage. It is a touchdown. 46-yard punt return by Jesse Nippert. 7-6, Shadyside is the score. Holding penalty against Shadyside is the call. The penalty's declined. Touchdown. And just what the doctor ordered.
Exactly what.
3 plays, force a punt by your defense. Big special teams play by Nippert. Getting outside, showing that good speed, breaking 1 tackle here around the 35-yard line.
Nice blocks down the field.
Now, the ball not put ready for play until real late there. Kramer has won the job for this week and will attempt his first extra point. Jason Ludwig to hold. Tucker Roberts to snap. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it's good. It's good. It wasn't real pretty, kind of a low line drive and a little bit to the right, but it's through nonetheless. 9:38 remaining, third period, and just like that, Shadyside 7, Seminoles 7.
And you can hear the crowd, Coach, as the cheerleaders and the crowd up on their feet, even up on the bank. That changed things around really quickly.
As I look down the sideline, I mentioned earlier, it's nice to be able to look down the sidelines and see things. I tell you what, Chris Demmerling getting some pats on the back on that, and so I got a feeling he may have thrown a big block on that punt return.
A big block there that sprung Nippert for that final surge to the end zone.
I asked Jesse last week after the game if he maybe shouldn't let 1 punt go and then went into the end zone. He said, well, it might have. He says, I was afraid it would land at the 1-yard line and stop. And then he says, plus, I wanted to return one.
Nothing like being truthful.
But as I mentioned earlier, a lot of weapons, a lot of speed there. People that can score from anywhere on the field, and the big special teams play on the punt return. So you're now at 7-7. Now let your defense do the job one more time. Kramer's kick. It's going to be taken at the 16-yard line. Back up to the 30. And I'm not sure of the carrier.
Matt Cole and looked like Bo Weddle. Kramer was in that. 61 is Demmerling. Good pursuit.
But very quickly, momentum swinging toward the team in the black shirts. 30-yard line. Bobeck. And as we mentioned before, I'm sure Chad Bobeck is going to get a lot of work the remainder of the evening.
There's an example. Going to give him 3, maybe 4. 2nd and 6, they call it. 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Those numerals are hard to see on that white uniform from this distance.
I see Darren Grubb in at defensive tackle on the far side as he's going to give Chris Demmerling a breather.
Early, wide out to this side.
They'll give to the second back. That's O'Donnell. He runs right into John Shoemaker for a loss on the play. Defensive end, John Shoemaker bearing in. A big loss on the play. That would appear to be a play that was designed to have a pulling guard, but I saw none. Loss back to the 30-yard line, 3rd and 11. Now we'll see if the Tigers wish to go up as they'll send wide receivers and Hurley to the left. That may be Clark to the far side. Johnson wants to throw. He'll get out here to Bobeck on a screen. He'll get some yardage, about 5 yards, well short of the first down. So again, 3 plays for the Tigers and a punt. Nippert and Kramer will drop back again.
Another good opportunity to get the ball in good field position here, Coach, as tide has swung.
That set of 3 plays may have gained about 4 yards, so Shadyside has about 2 yards in 2 possessions for the second half. Bobek's kick is very high, very short. Nippert again. He's at the 33. He's going to try to get here again. He gets a block. He's got more running room. He's gone to go. He's got 1 man to beat. He has nobody to beat. 67 yards. Jesse Nippert once again. 67 yards this time. Touchdown. A great block at the point of attack by Ben Miller. And once he got here, there was nobody.
There was nobody.
He had one person look like he may have the handle, but that was one of the big linemen, and he was no threat.
Beautiful job. That was something nice to look at. You can see it developing there, Coach.
It looked like Chris Demmerling had the big block on the first one, but Ben Miller, and for a guy that's sat out a year, and Ben Miller, they say he's going to come back this year very aggressive, not afraid to hit people, and he showed it there. And again, kick it to clear to one side, Nippert comes the other. 2 punt returns by Jesse Nippert. And I guess who needs the offense? Kramer again, snaps down, kicks up.
Wide that time.
This one looks a lot better, and the same result is good. Eric Kramer 2 for 2, kicking the extra point. We still have 7:06 remaining. 14-7 Seminoles.
So Jesse Nippert getting his name in the newspaper. That was, where did he get that ball? That was,
I'm going to call that about the 33-yard line, or about 67 yards on that. The other one was around 46.
tremendous. I would say the next time they might not kick it in his direction if they can keep coming.
I'm sure this early in the year, you see 2 people back there. One is Nippert, one is Kramer. You're thinking, well, we'll kick it to the other guy. We don't want Kramer to have it. So maybe, as you said, next time. Maybe Eric will get the opportunity.
Or they kick it away completely, out of bounds.
Well, lots going to be said from, especially from the Shadyside perspective about, the loss of their main man in Williams. But, let's face it, those are 2 punt coverages that's not been executed by Shadyside, and I'm really not sure that Williams would have a lot to do with that.
No.
He may have been the punter, but, the punts weren't bad. It's just, bad coverage and great blocking. So Kramer kicks off again, his 3rd time. This one is a line drive down to the 12-yard line. We've got whistles. We've got whistles. And I think the penalty is going to be against the kicking team, and it's going to back them up 5 yards for encroachment. Somebody may have been across the 40-yard line. I think what may have happened, somebody trying to get off the field, did not get completely off the field, so that made him pass the line before the ball was kicked, and it's a 5-yard penalty. Coach Shoemaker getting an explanation there and nodding in agreement. And so back to the 35, and Kramer will try it again. The deep backs.
O'Donnell is 21, I believe.
And Hurley on the far side. They'll get another opportunity. They'll come up to their own 15-yard line. And we get the whistle. And it's a line drive kick. It's going to hit at about the 20. O'Donnell will take it at his own 15. He's to the 30. And brought down at about the 30-yard line. Adam Jones, number 34, younger brother of Josh, making the hit to bring him down. Justin Friday also on the coverage. Put the ball right on the 30-yard line. Shadyside to take over for the 3rd time in a half. We see Chris Demmerling back in at defensive tackle, and Darren Grubb moving over to the right side in place of Tom Jones on this defensive possession. That's the stacked eye again. And Bobek again. And I'd say there's a lot of black shirts keying in on number 40 on the Shadyside white jersey. Thought Chris Demling may have been among the tacklers. But also a great job, it appears, in the middle of the line there by Eric Rose and Darren Grubb also. That's those three people in there kind of stacked down in there close to what you call a double eagle with the tackles and the nose guard down close together. Daring them to go outside. They'll give to the second back.
Man,
that's
not there either. Possibly two. He's up close to the 35-yard line.
I see Rose getting up along with Kramer, I believe. Third down and long. 3rd and 7. Third down 7, ball on the 34-yard line. Again, wide receivers.
This side, Sean Hurley.
Johnson to throw. He's going out here and is caught by O'Donnell, but Jones, number 21 on number 21. Loss of 4. Another punt. Number 21 O'Donnell catching the swing pass, but Josh Jones right there to drop him for a 3-yard loss.
Helping out, containing, and we'll get another opportunity. We'll see where they kick this one. We've got Nippert and Kramer back.
Nippert on the far side, Kramer here. Twice in a row, Jesse Nippert to the end zone on the punt return. Snaps back. Yeah, let's try Kramer. He'll take it on the 36. Gets upfield to the 50. And a flag down.
A flag at 50-yard line.
And undoubtedly, that would be against the return team. So Doug Costain gets the word from his fellow officials. And we'll wait for a signal. And it is a clip. And we saw enough of those last week to last us for the year.
For sure.
But they'll move the flag into the neighborhood of the 48-yard line, so the 15-yard step up. They'll move it back to the 33-yard line, so the Seminole offense will get their first chance of the third period, and even though they have 14 points on the board in the period, they have not had an offensive snap in the entire third period. 34-yard line. So hopefully the two punt returns for touchdowns have helped set things up and taken a little pressure off the offense. I formation, slot right. Kramer, big hole. 50-yard line, 16-yard pickup.
Number 21, Johnson on the stop. The nose of the ball right at the 50-yard line. That was a nice hole up the middle for a good gain.
And we talked before, just my personal opinion has been after last week's game, the offensive line needed to perform better than they did last week and better than they did the first half. So that's our first look here in the second half, and I like the results.
They certainly pushed off the ball that time.
There's a 5-yard pickup by Josh Jones. So anytime you can go out and pick up 5 at a crack, that'll work. Bo back on the tackle, and offensively and defensively now Bo back is probably in on everything.
John Cecil leading the way there for Jones as second 5, 3:50, third quarter.
This is Kramer.
Zekas, number
Just
67.
Zekas, among others, in on the play.
Zekas is 6 foot, 275 pound on the stop.
Third down and 3. Justin Friday in with the play. 43-yard line of scrimmage. We'll see what we get here. Possibly a little play pass with a fake the run. There'll be a dive. It's Kramer. He's near the 40-yard line. we'll see how they place that.
Depending on where they put the forward momentum.
If he did get to the 40-yard line, it is a first down, but he's just shy,
short, yeah.
and they say fourth down. He needs less than a yard. And from this position,
to do, I would think.
I'd say there's no decision to be made. It's already been made. Nippert in with the play, fourth down, less than a yard. You're in Shadyside territory at the 40-yard line. We're going to see if your offensive line can take control of this game. You lead 14-7.
Shadyside sending in 5 or 6 new individuals, fresh legs.
Everybody stacked up tight. Could be the power right. And motion. On the far side, Brad Dimmerling appeared to jump early. And instead of fourth down and less than a yard, it's now going to be fourth and less than 6. And that's going to change the call and send in the punt team. It looked like Jason trying to pull him offside with a staggered count. And Shadyside didn't fall for it.
But we did.
Procedure penalty, will send Kramer back into punt formation. Roberts will snap it. And we've got whistles to stop play. Shadyside has 12 players on the field. They'll spend a timeout and remove one. 2:12 remaining in third period. Monroe Central's taking a 14-7 lead thanks to the 2 punt returns by Jesse Nippert.
As always, Woodsfield True Value has lots of things on sale for fall cleanup. Stop in today to check out the bargains. While you're there, see their new display of kitchen and bath cabinetry, vanities, sinks, and countertops. Save up to 65% off the suggested list price of selected styles of cabinets. Choose from white laminate, oak, hickory, cherry, or maple wood, and choose from a variety of styles and materials in vanities and countertops. At Woodsfield True Value, help with your new kitchen or bath is just around the corner.
Kramer to punt, number 42, Mahan, a freshman, along with number 22, Hurley, deep for the Tigers. Gets it off the side of his foot, out of bounds, 38-yard line. Not exactly what the doctor ordered. 7-yard punt. Shadyside fans saw that last week after the intentional safety that Caldwell took and set them up in good shape last week. They'll put it down more to the 39-yard line, call it a 6-yard punt. And maybe trying to angle to the side a little bit, and that's a little more difficult to do than what a lot of people think.
Nonetheless, Shadyside's going to have decent position here, 39-yard line.
However, they have not done much offensively in the entire quarter. They'll send 2 receivers wide left.
22, Sean Hurley, and Corey Clark.
They'll bootleg outside and get outside. And has a little running room. And still on his feet with 30. Out of bounds near the 27-yard line. 34-yard pickup on the bootleg by quarterback Jones. And just like that.
Pretty good call.
Shadyside back in business. They've pounded Bo back in there a lot in the quarter. And they'll play fake and get outside. Nobody home on the far side. Defensive end Johnny Cecil caught down inside and coming out.
And Johnson showing pretty good speed. Big pickup here.
Showed real good speed to get outside. So Shadyside, good business now at the 27-yard line. Second back, O'Donnell. He'll be dropped by Kramer. Daniel Ledwick. Short pickup. Put him at the 26. Chris Dimling back in. Darren Grubb checking out. You can't let one play get you down. You got to step back up here and show that you're the better team as you did the first 3 series. This is Boback. And he'll power forward and still on his feet. The whole pile just moving downfield. He's going to be near the 20-yard line. Three yards to gain. It's called 3rd and 3. We're inside a minute remaining in third period. Across the middle, complete. That's a tight end, Hurley.
Sean Hurley.
Fake to the fullback and just step up, and the quick hitter to the tight end. Shadyside inside the 10. They'll put the ball at the 9-yard line. 29 seconds remaining. Tigers in business. Back near the 5. See number 22, Josh Woodby, and defensively. Time has expired in period number 3. We've got a ball game. Monroe Central 14, Shadyside 7. We'll be right back.
At Respects Food Market, we're proud of all we do. From our humble beginning in Woodsfield in 1929, we've grown to several stores throughout the Ohio Valley. We strive to combine the same small-town friendliness with the buying power of the chain store to give you, our friends and customers, the best of both worlds. And we take pride in our community, its people, and their accomplishments. We're proud to support all county schools and wish the Monroe Central Seminoles the best of luck. We're proud of all we do at Respects Food Market. In Seminoles, we're proud of you.
Traveling hundreds of miles for physical, occupational, or speech therapy can be emotionally and physically draining and very costly. That's why Woodsfield Nursing and Rehabilitation Center now offers outpatient and inpatient therapy for all ages. Sports injuries may occur in any sport, and our licensed therapists are here 5 days a week. Occupational therapy is available to the elderly and to victims of work and auto accidents or trauma. Therapists work with a variety of ages and circumstances. If you or someone you love need help, call today.
Well, Coach, just like that, things really changed around. The end of that third quarter, we've got Shadyside now down, knocking on the door again for another score. Up, we're only up by 1 touchdown here, so, big defensive stand again.
And second down and goal, the ball on the 6-yard line. And let's give some credit to our old friend John Kapolka, the assistant coach and the offensive coordinator for the Tigers, who appears to be calling the plays there. Forced to go the second half without his main back and Travis Williams, and mixed things up well here. Has a nice drive going and has the team in good shape.
Just doing enough to keep things off balance.
So Coach Kapolka doing a nice job. There's Josh Jones on to number 21, O'Donnell. We have seen that play a couple times. 21 on 21 there. Josh Jones wins out. Loss of some 3 yards back to the 9. Third and goal to 9. Obviously 4-down territory for the Tigers. 2 plays to get 9 yards. They'll send him in way wide to the left.
That's Hurley.
Single coverage over there by Miller. Jones wants to throw. He's going to swing it, underthrown, incomplete.
Had him open for a second. Ball thrown
I
underneath.
believe that was Hurley.
That was Hurley. Sean Hurley, I believe, number 22.
They kind of tried to clear that side out, run Hurley on the slant, but the ball was underthrown. 4th and 9.
You can see up on the hillside here the crowd. Pretty nice looking crowd for the home opener. Shadyside's going to take a time out here, Coach.
I do not want to let this opportunity get away, not knowing if you'll ever be down here again. So they'll spend their second time out of the second half.
And this is a bigger play, both ways, defensively and offensively. 4th and 9. That last play, you had a man coming in on the slant, was open for a second, the ball underthrown, and the play before that, a loss of 2 or 3 yards. So the defense has stepped up. but it's a big play.
I don't want to pretend like I know what's going on out there in the defensive huddle as Coach Singleton is there, but I'm sure among the many things that he is going over is the fact that the defensive linemen need to get some pressure on outside in and get their hands up in the air. We've seen Johnson scramble and gain a lot of yardage on these two other occasions, but you want to get your hand in the air. 22 Hurley is going to be their main go-to person. And if they picked anything up through scouting, any other trick plays or anything different.
And you always have to think the fullback with his size. You know, they may give it to him and let him overpower, but 9 yards out, that's a pretty good game.
Hurley way wide to the left again. Number 7, Bell wide to the right. Backs are split. Johnson to throw. He's looking for Hurley. It's caught. Sidesteps a man.
And he's in.
Touchdown. Good second effort by Hurley. Gets in the end zone. And it's 14-13 with 11:04 remaining.
Defensive man on that side who was covering Hurley's slip and allowed Hurley to come forward there and get the ball. Looked like he had good position and kind of slipped on the wet grass. Nonetheless, it's a 14-13 ball game.
Hurley making the catch on the field of play at about the 3-yard line. Linehan will try the extra point, try to tie this game. Hurley will hold it. Snap is down. Kick is up. Good.
And it's good.
So with 11:04 remaining in the game, we're all tied. Seminoles 14, Tigers 14.
And Coach, as always, this game right up to what you'd expect. The Shadyside, Monroe Central, formerly Woodsfield, exactly what you'd expect anytime the two teams meet.
Well, Shadyside, year in and year out, plays one of the toughest small school schedules in the valley. And Coach Grinch in the paper after last week's win talked about going into the meat grinder now with Monroe Central, followed by Bellsville and Wheeling Central. But if you look on their schedule, they also have Wellsville, River, Bridgeport, St. John's, Union Local. They play some good people. And even in years they've not won a lot of games, they've given the Seminoles a lot of problems. And tonight is no exception. So anybody who thought that the Seminoles would bounce back just by showing up, they're a fool.
Not going to happen.
But you know, a lot of time left, 11:04, tied at 14. Now don't get the ball back, get a good return here by either James, Kramer, or Nippert, and get the offense going.
Across the way there, you can see the Shadyside fans all up in the air.
The ball's going to hit. Kramer has a little trouble and will pick it up at the 10-yard line. He'll get across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Kind of a slow developing return.
Looked for a second like there was a hole, but it was cut off quickly there by number, I can't see the number, 12 maybe?
A little problem, miscommunication with Jones and Kramer, giving the Tigers a chance to get downfield, even though Kramer able to get back up to the 22-yard line. Not good field position at all for the Seminoles. Just under 11 minutes, 10:57 remaining in the game.
Ball control becomes so important right now.
A power I formation by the Seminoles. Kramer tries to reverse there off the first hit. Across the 25 to the 27. He may have close to 5 yards. Adam Hartley and Bo back on the stop. We'll get a wing to the left. Kramer, that wing back, he goes in motion. Jones. The ball's loose. The Shadyside has it. The second time tonight, the Seminoles put the ball on the ground. Shadyside with the recovery. Great field position, 31-yard line for the Tigers. So a nice drive last time by the Tigers. Seminole defense, been on the field the whole second half. Twins to the left. Johnson, he wants to throw. No pressure at all. He's got a man on a slant across the middle. It's Hurley. First down. And absolutely no pressure at all on the quarterback, Johnson. Had all day to stand back there and pick out his receiver. He's looking at Hurley all the way. Finally broke open inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. First and 10. Need somebody along the defensive front to get some pressure on and make a play. Because you cannot allow any quarterback to stand back there and have that long. Now we'll go back to the ground to Bobek. A couple of yards to the 16. Rose. Grubb also on the play. 2-yard pickup for Bobek, second and 8. Again, 2 receivers. That's Hartley and number 7, Bell, wide left. Back to the eye. The bootleg again, Johnson has some running room. Inside the 10. He may be short of the first down, but again, the fake and the bootleg and turn it upfield. Third down. About a yard. Again, stacked eye. Bobek, the middle man. They'll get the ball, it's loose. Tigers may be on it. Fourth down, but it will be a loss of a yard back to the 10. Looks like 21 O'Donnell on the play. They'll put him right on the 10-yard line. Fourth down and about a yard and a half. Timeout Shadyside, and by my count, that is the final Shadyside timeout of the ball game. This coming with 7:58 remaining. Fourth down and a yard. Game tied at 14. Fourth down, a field goal attempt upcoming by the Tigers. They're going to go to a foreign exchange kicker. Lunahair put the ball down to 17, 27 yards, straight on. Hartley to hold. And you've got a good kicker. This is the call to make. Snaps down, kicks up, and it looks good. And it is 27-yard field goal by Christian Lunahair. Gives the Tigers a 17-14 lead. 7:53 remaining.
As time passes, your needs change. Woodsfield Savings and Loan has changed to meet those needs. At the Woodsfield Savings Bank, we know your schedule requires a drive-through and night deposit box. You want convenient parking, direct deposit, and automatic payments. At our new location on State Route 78, we want to meet your needs for a home mortgage, car loan, checking, and savings account. Our name and location have changed, but we're still here to serve our community and to help you to grow. The Woodsfield Savings Bank.
Well, just when you think the 2 big punt returns for touchdowns by the Seminoles and Jesse Nipper maybe took the wind out of the sails of the Shadyside Tigers, they've come right back with a couple nice drives, capitalizing on a fumble. They've converted both Monroe Central fumbles into points. And Shadyside leads 17-14. Lunahair to kick. Line drive, Kramer. 15-yard line. 30, 35. Struggling. goes down 37-yard line. So Jason Ludwig back on the field with his offense. As we mentioned earlier, another lot of offensive plays by Monroe Central in the second half due to the punt returns. And Shadyside is taking advantage of their last two possessions. So from the 37, time for the Seminoles to go to work.
Plenty of time, 7:44, only down by 3, but as you said, need to get the job done here.
Pitch. Quick toss. Kramer trying to get outside,
bring it
back. 45, 46-yard line, 9 yards.
Good yardage, cutting it back across the seam there, and for the life of me, cannot see the numbers. Look like Sean Hurley, one of them on the bottom, along with Jared, as the Denny Easton says. I'll take his word. Nice first down play there. We've got 2nd and 1 here, 7-12, 17-14.
Chance to do something, maybe go downfield passing if you so choose. Kramer
again, first down.
50-yard line. Somebody had a hold of his arm.
I believe Bobek possibly.
And glad that did not force the ball to come loose. 50-yard line. They'll put him down right square on the line.
I believe that's John Shoemaker with cramp, laying there in the middle of the field. He a couple times tonight he's been down there with cramps.
Of course, people have to remember, Johnny's been, limited practice-wise the last couple of weeks because of the ankle, and we hope that, it's not the ankle, and it would appear as Doc Snyder goes out to him that it is a cramp in that calf, and if you've ever had one, it's painful.
It is painful. Kind of a quick change of events there, coaches. Things change around quickly as the turnover and the field goal, 17-14, a game of momentum, a game of inches.
Well, that's two occasions. Seminoles have lost 2 fumbles, and first time set Shadyside up and scored a touchdown, that time the field goal. So that's one of the favorite stats on those Saturday and Sunday college and pro games. What you do with the turnovers. Well, Shadyside has gained 2 turnovers and converted those into 10 points.
Exactly. You plus and minus.
And the Tigers are yet to turn the ball over tonight. And that says a lot for some of their other people.
When you have the top gun or one of your top guns out,
you would expect in a game like this, Williams to get the ball 25 to 30 times. Bobek and Johnson have done a real fine job.
Jones.
He's inside tremendous territory, 34-yard line.
Johnson on the stop along with
Johnson and Hurley. 16 yards.
As he hit that hole so quickly, he almost lost him.
With 6:40 remaining. Wishbone formation.
Nippert wide to this side.
Second back. That's Ludwig. 20. 17-yard line. 17 yards, Daniel Ludwig. Let's show a little bit of everything here. Excellent job. We saw Daniel turn a real big game at a key spot last week's game. Unfortunately, it didn't result in points. A penalty killed that drive. But this is this week, and some good plays here right in a row by the Seminoles, and they're in business at the 18-yard line.
Friday into the ball game, he'll be wide to the right side.
Jones, maybe a couple to the 16. And the big man getting up off that play is Zekas, number 67. Second down and 8. I formation, slot left. Kramer on the sweep, trying to get outside. Sidesteps a couple. He's inside the 5. And the ball's loose. It's a first down. Seminoles may have gotten, or did get back on the ball, but from here it looked like the ball was loose.
Big pickup. First and goal.
It appears that Jesse Nipper may have gotten on a loose football, and what has happened so often as you fight for that extra yardage and that ball gets a little bit loose and somebody puts a helmet right in there, but that ball was loose, but it appeared to Nipper, and we also had a flag on the play, which I did not see, a personal foul against the Tigers. That's going to move it down even closer to the 2-yard line. And I did not see the personal foul. So even if we had lost that ball, I may have offset and kept the possession for us. This is Kramer. Seminoles with the lead. Eric Kramer, and now take that back. That's Ludwig. Daniel Ludwig. And maybe everybody on the Shadyside was looking for Kramer. And Daniel Ludwig just walking in the end zone. Like to see it. Daniel's first touchdown in the year.
Now Kramer is getting set up to kick.
And a big extra point, Dale, because with 5 minutes and 3 seconds remaining, if you can get a 4-point lead, that takes the field goal out of play. Otherwise, Shadyside could tie the game, snaps down, the kicks up, and it's no
I
good.
believe somebody got a hand on that.
And a little bit of a problem on the snap and the handle, which threw the timing off. So Shadyside is going to have run, but with 5:03 left, I still like where we're at now. It has Seminoles 20, Shadyside Tigers 17.
Well, Coach, we're a lot better off than we were on the other end of the coin, but still, with the score of 17-20, there's so many things that Shadyside can do now. We need to make a good defensive stand and keep the ball on this end of the field.
Well, and a lot of variety in that drive. You had big games there by Kramer, by Jones, Kramer again, Daniel Ludwig also a 16-yard pickup, and then Daniel Ludwig getting the touchdown. Everything on the ground.
Everything.
And that's where it's at, going back to basics and moving it downfield. And that will be, again, I'm not sure exactly where the starting point was on that drive, but it has a quite impressive drive and not very many plays. We think probably about the 35, somewhere near the 65-yard drive. So Kramer to kick off. Coverage is crucial. It's high. It's not particularly deep. Number 7 thunders the football in. And O'Donnell picks it up, runs right into Kramer. And what could have been disaster for Shadyside, though, at least they keep possession. But number 7,
Neil Bell,
sophomore.
Ball just seemed to pop out of his hand there as he was the up back. And luckily for Shadyside, fell on it, and they got the ball in fairly good field position at the 29-yard line. 4 minutes, 58 seconds.
Well, your defense did such a great job early in the half to hold and create the situation where you get the 2 punt returns for touchdowns. And now you got to do it again. And Shadyside maybe does not have the big play offense. So we'll see what happens. Is there a fake?
There you go.
And movement again. And Johnson sidesteps a couple people. They'll finally be dropped by I'm not sure.
I believe.
But again, it looked like we had a shot. We had a gain or maybe a loss.
Yeah.
Johnson turns that into about 6 yards, maybe closer to 7 yards on the play. Out to the 36-yard line. 2nd and 3. 7-yard pickup by the quarterback Johnson. And he's proven to be a little bit more of a weapon tonight than what some people, I think, anticipated. A junior, this is his 2nd game as a quarterback, and I think he has done an absolutely great job. He's going to throw.
Drops to throw.
And there's no
Man wide open in the middle, Hurley.
He's going to have his first down. Kramer and Jones and Daniel Ludwig in on the tackle, but again, absolutely no pressure on the quarterback. He's able to stand back there and look. And Hurley, I believe, is lined up out here to the right, going across the middle of the field. And if you allow the quarterback that long to stand back there, he's going to eventually find the man. And I would say right now he's looking for no one other than number 22, Hurley. But somebody's got to get some pressure on along that front line now.
Hurley again on this side. And Bell on the far side.
We'll throw it again.
Pressure this time.
Here's the pressure, Shoemaker. There's what we needed. John Shoemaker. Chris Bimling also was there, but that was a sack for Shoemaker. That's going to be a loss of 9 yards back to the 38-yard line. And that's what you needed.
Exactly what you called for.
Because now the clock is going to become a factor as it's running 3:20 left at Shadyside out of timeouts. Need to do that a couple more times. They'll send group of receivers around each side. Clark to the near side. That's Hurley to the far side. Johnson to throw. He's looking for Hurley. Now he's going to run. He'll break a tackle of Jones and fall down. Josh Jones had some contact and Kramer kind of fell on him as he was going down. It's still 3rd and long. 43-yard line, 3rd and 16.
Jason Johnson, the junior, 6 foot, 150 pounds.
And meanwhile,
he's done quite a job here, 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
The clock continues to run. You have to make a couple plays, you're in good shape. But Johnson has proved to be quite elusive. You've got to pay some attention here on this side to Hurley. They'll try to bump him at the line. They'll try to throw it out. And Hurley down the sideline. They're kind of tangled up over here. And young Mr. Hurley, I'm sure, has had quite a workout here tonight. He's up though, and he's okay.
I believe the way he landed there, he probably knocked his breath out. Doc Snyder there quickly to look at him. And
4th and 16, and I would say that this will not be a punt. Because with only 2:11 left and Tigers with no timeouts, they know if they give up the football here, they're never going to see it again. So get everybody up there tight with the defensive call. Let's hope that everybody has the correct call now. Double safeties in Nippert and Friday.
Be a good place to send the blitz again and get to the quarterback.
A little bit of confusion on both sides now. As Hurley is on the far side, let's keep an eye on him. Duffin, Johnson, the throw. We have a flag. We have 2 flags. We're going deep. It's overthrown. Let's decline that offensive penalty and take the ball. What very well, I would say, was an illegal offensive formation because the Tigers have people moving around.
Yeah, a little confusion there.
If that is the case, this penalty will be declined. Seminole ball, 2:04 left. And there's the call from head referee Doug Costain. And if you handle it, you've got to put it on the ground. This one's going to go in the books.
Not the easiest of all victories. I mean, you got 2 minutes and 4 seconds, anything can happen, but, you know, it's a hard-fought ball game. And
I'm not seeing what happened on that play. I saw the tight end go to the left side, and Hurley, the wide receiver, was spread on the left, and he backed up as a flanker, and a good chance that I would say that the Tigers have only 6 men on the line of scrimmage. Wishbone formation. Kramer
cuts back, picks up.
We'll make this good yardage.
Picking up at least 6-7 yards.
So Daniel Ludwig with another nice pickup.
As Daniel said on the Thursday night show, he said, I believe we'll be ready. I believe he is.
Daniel's going to step things up as a senior, and I think he made comment to that Thursday night as a senior. You know, you don't like to lose, and those kids have not lost a lot. And that's another nice pickup, and a couple nice games to go along with the touchdown, the go-ahead touchdown.
Minute 28 seconds. We've got a 3-point lead, and hopefully we can start thinking about River.
And this is Kramer. He's to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. 1:10, clock continuing to run. Shadyside no timeouts. They used their final timeout back prior to the field goal early in the fourth quarter.
River next week. Now, who do they play tonight? River's at...
River's playing at home against Tyler Consolidated. Next week is River's third home game in 3 weeks. And they're expecting big things.
They're expecting big things.
And they'll have a big, strong offensive line. And they remember that narrow 29-28 loss here last year.
Kramer again.
Kramer has the first down, 37 seconds left.
That was pretty well good here with
that should require one more snap. And this has been a hard-fought ball game.
It sure has.
2 third-quarter punt returns for touchdowns by Nippert. And then the nice drive here in the fourth period with the Daniel Ledwig touchdown. And it's been tough. You got to take your hats off to the Shadyside group.
You sure do.
Who really was able to stay in there and do a great job in the second half when the wind was taken out of their sails by the punt returns. And, a great job. And I'm sure they're bitterly disappointed with another tough loss. But, they're a good football team. Ludwig takes a snap, takes a knee, we're inside 10 seconds, and that's the ball game.
Well, looking forward, I tell you what, it's very important that the Knowles pick up this victory this evening because next week you're going in to River with River on a roll, expected to do great things, and the Knowles have to be ready for it. It's going to be a different ball game than tonight.
Well, that's a 7:30 start, I believe, next week at Hannibal. I'm sure there'll be just an absolutely overflow crowd. A lot of people were looking forward to that game. I say it was a great game to watch last year.
And it's a game that's got a lot of publicity. Channel 9 will be there next week as the game of the week. That always brings a lot of excitement. And so, you want to get there early.
I just want to remind people if they've forgotten or didn't realize it, make sure you tune in at 10 o'clock on Thursday night. Coach Lance LaFont and Coach Jason Costa will review this week's game, talk to a couple of players, and talk about those Pilots. A good chance that the Pilots will get 2-0. Seminoles going in 1-1. There's still some work to be done, especially on the offense, but a win's a win.
Yeah.
And 1-1 is a lot better than 0-2.
Exactly. Coach, another fantastic job. We'll go ahead and take it out of here. I appreciate all your help. Your brother Roger here this evening, helping with spotter. My wife on the camera, Joe. And folks, we'll see you again next week. Next week we'll be at River. Great job, Coach. See you then.
See you then.